proud of all who are graduating and everything that you've accomplished.
Congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2022.
Wishing you immense joy and continued success in the next step and adventures in your life. Chase your dreams, continue to be true to yourself, your passions, and your heart.
Go Hoyas.
We love you so much, and we're so proud of you.
We are beyond proud of you.
Resilient, courageous, brilliant young adults.
And we can't wait to watch you change the world.
I just wanted to say congratulations on your graduation. I'm so excited, and today I'm celebrating you.
We're so proud of you.
You have mastered it. Congratulations to you.
What could we say except for you're amazing.
Go forth and conquer your dreams. We love you.
Congratulations on post-graduation.
Congratulations on graduating. You worked so hard for this.
Entire class of 2022, aloha!
Woohoo! Congratulations, Georgetown, class of 2022.
Congratulations on your PhD.
Everything you've done and all that you are and what you're going to become. I just can't wait to see the next chapter in your life.
Estoy muy feliz de ser tu tía y de compartir este día especial con vos.
Happy graduation. I love you.
Congrats to the class of 2022.
Hoya Saxa, we love you very much, and we're so proud of you.
Georgetown class of 2022, the sky's the limit.
I'm so excited to see what is in store for you in the future. I love you so much, and go Hoyas.
I can't wait to see how far you go in life. You have the capability to do anything.
We are so proud of all your hard work, and we are excited to see your next journey.
We're all so happy to see you graduate from Georgetown.
We're really proud of you.
Hoya Saxa.
Me hace súper feliz. Te quiero mucho.
Hoya Saxa!
Hoya Saxa!
Go Georgetown.
Hoya Hoya Saxa!
We love you.
Go to Hoya.
Hoya Saxa.
And congratulations to all the Georgetown graduates.
Hoyas, today is your day. Each step you take has brought you here. Anticipation, hope, perseverance, and determination. You have left your mark. This is your legacy. You brought a wave of strength and resilience to DC, overcoming challenges unseen for generations, and you rose to the occasion. Ready to defy expectations, each step you take is rooted in your dreams, aspirations, and vision for the future. Today is the culmination of all your hard work and the spark that will ignite change in the world. One class on the verge of greatness, a class built for this moment, rises to meet the moment. We gather with our families, friends, and loved ones today to celebrate the class of 2022. Your gifts, your talents, your fullest selves, poised to make an impact far beyond the hilltop. Our mission, as people for others, has just begun. Each step you take, we take together. Because with each step, you are a part of something bigger. A community of Hoyas who lives our values out loud. From that first step onto the hilltop to the next step out into the world ahead, we are forever Hoyas. Today we step forward as Hoyas, a community who knows no bounds. Together, we are unstoppable. Together, we are Georgetown. Every Hoya, this is your moment. Let it be heard. Hoya Saxa.
Good evening. Please be seated. President DeGioia, Cecilia Munoz, Frank McCourt, members of the faculty, distinguished guests. Welcome to the commencement exercises for the McCourt School of Public Policy at Georgetown University. I am Maria Conchan, Dean of the McCourt School. In October 2013, we became the McCourt School thanks to the vision and generosity of alumnus Frank McCourt, and I want to thank him as we recognize this, the 9th class of McCourt School graduates. Today, we are together to honor candidates for the degrees of Master of Public Policy, Master of Policy Management, Master of International Development Policy, Executive Master of Policy Leadership, and Master of Science in Data Science for Public Policy. All these graduates have the rigorous training, the ethical grounding, the vision, and the capacity to work across differences that are foundational to a McCourt School education and prepare you to be the effective change makers the world needs. We will begin our ceremony with an invocation delivered by Imam Yahya Hendi, followed by an invocation. Provost Groves will offer welcoming remarks. Please stand for the national anthem, which will be led by the Bayfield Brass Band, and please remain standing for the invocation.
Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. In the name of God, the Beneficent, the Merciful, O Creator of all things, known by many names, who has spoken to all people in all times through an abundance of prophets, dominated by no one race or land. This day we celebrate the accomplishments of the students of the McCourt School of Public Policy who received their degrees and now leave their comfortable nest to move on to new chapters in their lives. We pray that you purify the intentions of our graduates and grant them strength to use the skills they have acquired here with confidence, but without arrogance, with both serious determination and with moral demand upon themselves, but without judging others, and with both rigorous intellect and loving hearts, as they confront the difficult and often divisive challenges of state and society. Let them remain ever faithful to justice. God, today is like any other day. The sun rises the winds blow, rain falls, rain does not fall. People are born, they laugh, they cry, they dance, they die. Today is like any other day. Yet today is also fresh and new, and like no other day. Today is a new moment of opportunity that has come. Today is a passage from one episode to another. Give us all, O Lord, the firm faith, the unwavering hope, the perfect clarity and deep understanding. Help us sleep in the clouds, dream in the sky. Guide us to keep dreaming as life passes us by. Help our students close their eyes and spread their wings. Make a wish and dream good dreams. Empower them to never say, "You'll never tell." Even when life is short and very frail, they may always be still and take a look and continue to dream, because their thoughts are so big to let go. Loving God, we recognize these diplomas are both a reward of hard work and a burden of responsibility. So guide our graduates to become a voice for just policies and behaviors. And in doing so, God grant them the courage of the strong, the endurance of the marathon runner, the hope of the young, the wisdom of the aged, and a faith that does not shrink when challenged, so that they may turn to each other, not on each other, and be agents of peace. We ask all of that in your most holy name. Let us all with a united voice say, Amen.
Please be seated. Thank you, Imam Hindi and Dean Kanchan. It is my pleasure, my joy to see all of you, our graduates and guests, at this commencement ceremony for the McCourt School of Public Policy. After too many years of virtual ceremonies to acknowledge the achievements of our students, we are here together in person with all of the features of this ritual that we call commencement. This is more meaningful for many of us. We have experienced large changes in our day-to-day lives, disruptions of our routines, but we have survived. We gather together today in this ceremony that is hundreds of years old to honor our graduates who, despite challenges, have endured and succeeded in their goals. We're here to salute and honor one of the most resilient set of graduates in Georgetown's history. They deserve our applause. I welcome those who've traveled from far away. I welcome those for whom this is the first time on this hilltop campus, which for 229 years has aspired to shape and nurture the next generation in service to the world. I want you to know that it is an honor for us to be here and to see before me you, the families and friends of our graduates, and you, our students, and to have behind me my faculty colleagues, all of you together in the same place, representing the totality of our educational community. Seeing us together underscores the magnitude of the responsibility you have entrusted to us when students come to study and learn here. We at Georgetown strive daily to be worthy of that trust. Indeed, while the students and faculty create the core of the university, families and diverse university staff are key in empowering the first two to work together. We, as you, are beaming with joy and pride today because we have the satisfaction of being part of the accomplishments of the graduates seated below. I hope that this ceremony will be all that you have long anticipated. May it be a fitting tribute to the students' intense years of study that are about to end and the launching of a new exciting phase in the lives of these graduates. Thank you for coming.
Our founder, Most Reverend John Carroll, first Archbishop of Baltimore and the first Catholic bishop in the United States, took legal possession of land on our hilltop in 1789. And we mark that as our founding date. Our first student, the future North Carolina Congressman, notice, political leader, William Gaston, arrived in 1791. Though our first bachelor's degrees were not awarded until 1817. It was in 1815 that with enrollments passing the 100 mark, the college's president, Father John Grassi of the Society of Jesus, asked then Congressman Gaston to present a petition for a federal charter, a document that still today sanctions the academic business we do here. It is our custom to initiate academic ceremonies with a reading of that charter. I am pleased to introduce Marie Matson, Secretary of the University.
An act concerning the College of Georgetown in the District of Columbia. Be it enacted by the Senate and House of Representatives of the United States of America in Congress assembled, that it shall and may be lawful for such persons as now are or from time to time may be the president and directors of the College of Georgetown within the District of Columbia to admit any students belonging to said college or other persons of meriting academical honors to any degree in the faculties, arts, sciences, and liberal professions to which persons are usually admitted in colleges and universities of the United States, and to issue in an appropriate form the diplomas or certificates which may be requisite to testify to the admission of such degree. Signed, Langdon Chivas, Speaker of the House of Representatives, John Gaillard, President pro tempore of the Senate. Approved, March 1st, 1815, James Madison, President of the United States.
It is now my honor to introduce Lynn Ross, Faculty Director of the very enthusiastic Master of Policy Management program, who will read the honorary degree citation.
For more than 30 years, Cecilia Munoz has given voice to issues affecting immigration and civil rights. Mired in the maze of legal requirements, those who navigate the path to U.S. citizenship are often a voiceless non-constituency. Munoz has stood in solidarity with them, empowering, listening, and advocating for them with courage and conviction. A daughter of immigrants, her passion for this cause has led to international recognition as a policy expert, advocate, leader, and award-winning author. She has successfully built and led influential coalitions supporting the undocumented, upholding family-based immigration rights, advocating for workplace and farmer work rights, as well as access to welfare benefits and to education. In 2000, she was awarded a MacArthur Genius Grant for her work on immigration and civil rights. Her career includes 8 years on President Obama's senior staff, first as the Director of Intergovernmental Affairs, and then as the Director of the Domestic Policy Council. Humble as she is inspirational, she has often reluctantly taken up mantles of power. She initially turned down President Obama's offer to be the White House Director of Intergovernmental Affairs, owing to personal commitment to family and her 2 young children. Recognizing her value and unwilling to lose the opportunity, President Obama reached out to Munoz, promising to make the White House a family-friendly workplace. He said, "I want you to help me change the country. I won't take no for an answer." The rest, as they say, is history. As the President's key advisor on immigration and the first Latinx to lead the White House Domestic Policy Council, Munoz engaged with those negatively affected by outworn immigration policies. Her tenacity and dedication led the Obama administration to create the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, or DACA program, allowing young immigrants without legal status to study and work in the United States. Some 800,000 Dreamers enjoy DACA protections today as a direct result of her efforts. Munoz is also the co-chair of the largest coalition on refugee resettlement in history. Additionally, as a senior advisor at the think tank New America, Munoz is dedicated to renewing the promise of America to realize our nation's highest ideals by confronting with honesty the challenges to inclusivity that may have been caused by rapid technological and social change. In 2020, Munoz published her award-winning book, More Than Ready, Be Strong and Be You, and Other Lessons for Women of Color, On the Rise, where she shares insights from her life and her career and lessons she's learned about doubt, fear, and kindness. She wrote More Than Ready for women, particularly women of color, because she believes that they are the leaders the world needs right now. As with the rest of her career, her book lights the path where Munoz first trod for others to follow. Consistently shown through the arc of her career is a dedication to serving others, and particularly those who are unable to advocate for themselves. Few embody the Jesuit ideal of women and men for others more than Cecilia Munoz. Her commitment to civic engagement and broadening the people and communities represented in government and civil society is a passion held in common with the graduates of the McCourt School. Her dedication to the causes of the marginalized and disenfranchised, for her tireless work emboldening the disadvantaged and the voiceless, Georgetown University, with respect and admiration, confers upon Cecilia Munoz the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa.
I'll make this official. Thank you. That was beautiful. By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Congress of the United States and by the Board of Directors of Georgetown University, I officially confer upon Cecilia Munoz the degree of Doctor of Humane Letters, honoris causa. And it's now my pleasure to present to you Georgetown's newest alumnus, Cecilia Munoz, who will deliver the commencement address.
Wow. Thank you so much. I'm so deeply honored and moved. I have to catch my breath for a minute. I am especially honored, not just by this, but by the opportunity to be part of your big day. McCourt class of 2022, you look amazing. Look at you. You really are practically glowing with pride at your accomplishment, as you should be. And while this is your day, and you have every reason to be proud, you also know that there are people who got you here who are over the moon right now with pride and joy because they love you. And many of them are sitting here, so will you please give it up for your families and friends who got you here? I really am deeply, deeply honored to be here with you and to have become part of the McCourt family in this way. I will treasure it. I also come before you today with a decent amount of humility. I have been to enough graduations to know that it is quite possible that I am not the center of your day. But somehow, your dean and others around her thought that I might have some wisdom to share with you as you start this next phase of your lives and careers. And honestly, I am a big fan of your dean. Maria Kanchan is the real thing, a scholar, a policymaker herself. We work together on some of the toughest policy issues I have ever confronted. She is deeply committed to getting policy right and to making sure that we never forget the people who are at the center of it. You could not have been in better hands during your time here, and I will do my best to honor her leadership and your achievement today by giving you some honest guidance. But first, a confession. I've spent more than 30 years as a policymaker, both at NGOs as in government, as you heard, and I know a lot about policymaking, but I never went to policy school. Sorry. I'm really glad that you did, though, because you learned a lot here at McCourt that is going to make you better than I ever was through that whole career. The analytical parts, the parts that tested your critical thinking, that allowed you to dive deeply into topics that you care about. I am so glad that you have that training, and I have some thoughts for you on how to apply it. My training came from the work I did in my own community. I started, as you heard, in the immigration field, and I learned a lot about how our laws and policies affect people. And I learned a lot that the people who make those laws and policies didn't really know. Starting where I started, I was able to contribute a lot of knowledge on how policy lands with actual people, which has become something of a theme for my work, and that's what I want to focus on with you today. Because really the point of being a policymaker, and I suspect the reason that you came to the McCourt School in the first place, is to make a difference in people's lives, to make sure that government is responsive to the needs of actual humans, that it make us stronger, that it help us achieve our potential, that it stay out of our way. All of this takes skill, but it also takes empathy. It takes having your eyes open, your hearts open, never forgetting the people who are at the heart of the exercise of policymaking. That is what I most want to convey to you today. So I'm going to spend time on just 3 leadership lessons, reflections that I've learned over a career in the civil rights movement in the nonprofit sector and from 8 years serving at the White House. In these roles, I've often been what I think of as a first or an only, the only woman in the room, the only Latina, the first person like me to serve in a particular role. It's still too common a thing for women, for people of color, especially for women of color, and it comes with particular challenges. And as you heard, I wrote a book that gave me an opportunity to reflect on those challenges and to draw lessons from them, and I'm going to share 3 of them with you. So first, when you work in policy, as you know, your task is about assessing a problem and trying to figure out what the right thing is to do to address it. It's not easy. And I have bad news for you. Sometimes doing the right thing makes you unpopular, which is okay as long as your compass is set and you know where your North Star is. I call this daring to be disliked. And when you work in public service, especially if you're in a public-facing role, sometimes you get attacked. It comes with the job, especially in these times when so much of our public discourse consists of people yelling at each other. I knew it would happen when I joined President Obama's team, and it did. In fact, it still happens to me all the time. Having a North Star is kind of everything, right? It tells me, do I focus on the people attacking me and on what they're saying, which may or may not have any relationship to the truth, or do I stay focused on what I'm here to do? Having a North Star is everything. If your North Star is to be liked, you'll make decisions that help you achieve that goal. And they may or may not be the right decisions to help you accomplish whatever you're attempting to do as a public servant. If you are, for example, the principal of a school and you're making budget decisions, if your goal is to be liked, you'll spend that budget on that goal. But that may be in conflict with the goal of making sure the students in your charge get the best possible education. It's easy to spot the people who are trying to accomplish both things, being liked and making the best possible decisions. I hope you will be the leader who follows their North Star. You don't have to be unlikable or unpleasant. You can be the likable person who's making tough decisions and taking whatever heat comes with them. But if making a good decision is a goal and you stay with your North Star, it's easier to take the slings and arrows that come your way. Take it from me. The second lesson that I wanted to share that I learned very deeply has to do with how you develop that North Star. It's really important that it be clear and that it be substantive. I'm a strong believer in the notion that this goal needs to be evidence-based as much as possible. Having a North Star is so important, but it's equally important that your North Star be formed on the basis of what the data tells you, and that you be willing to shift if the evidence tells you that a shift is warranted. One of the things that I learned when I was in government and in the years since I left government is that, frankly, too often, policymakers don't have a clear goal, or they choose the wrong one. And to give credit where credit is due, I'm going to draw an example from a couple of my colleagues, Tara McGinnis, who teaches here at the McCourt School, and Hannah Schenk, who they together recently wrote a book called Power to the Public, which is a great summary of the ways to use data, design, and delivery to shape the way that governments do their work. So here's a quick example. Tara likes to report that in the Recovery Act, which passed Congress in 2009, it was designed to bring us out of an economic downturn. We spent billions of dollars on the goal of modernizing state governments, particularly modernizing their unemployment systems, which sounds like a terrific goal, right? Modernize state government? Yes. Modernize the way they deliver unemployment insurance in hard times? Yes. A laudable goal, and 40% of the states met that goal. They modernized according to the terms of the law. But those same states failed miserably when it came time to deliver actual unemployment benefits to actual people during the downturn that came along with this pandemic. So what went wrong? We set a laudable goal. We measured whether or not states met that goal. What could have been off? In this case, what was off is that the goals that we set were process goals, and they weren't outcome goals. Governments do this all the time. Companies do this all the time. We set goals that are disconnected from people, the actual human beings that our policies are aimed at. So what would it look like to set people-focused goals? That requires looking at outcomes. You ask questions like, how many people apply for unemployment? How many applicants actually get through the process? Do they actually access the benefit? Do they get stuck in the process? Are they able to get unstuck? We shouldn't be able to say we have modernized government if we don't know the answers to those questions, or if the answers are not good answers. I say this with all humility as a policymaker, because frankly, we are frequently guessing as to what might work best for the American people. They are well-intentioned, educated guesses, but to be honest, too frequently the policies that get passed and implemented are based on guesswork. It's not good enough. We can do way better than that by thinking in terms of data, in terms of design, in terms of delivery, in terms of people. So I'm a firm believer that setting a clear North Star is tremendously important, that it's essential to know what data you're using to support your North Star, and that you make sure that those data, those metrics, are focused on people, on actual outcomes for actual people. It sounds really simple, but it is really frequently absent from the way we do our work as public servants. Okay, that was 2. Third lesson, kindness. Kindness is entirely underrated as a leadership quality. The qualities we think we want in our leaders, decisiveness, toughness, none of those are incompatible with kindness. But I'm here to tell you, as someone who tries to walk through the world with kindness, that people mistake it for weakness. And I am also here to tell you that they are wrong. Empathy turned out to be my most important superpower in the role of domestic policy advisor to the president. I have policy skills, and they are important. But the essence of that job is to field the decision-making that goes to the president. And the decisions that get to him are the decisions where people couldn't agree. And my job was to make sure that if we had members of the cabinet who disagreed on an issue, those were honest disagreements, those were substantive disagreements, but he had to make a decision. I needed to know my policy in order to do that well, but I especially needed to be able to read the room, to understand what each of those leaders needed in order to feel like they got a fair hearing and that the president got the information that he needed to make a good decision. So yes, my policy chops were important, but so was my ability to empathize, to be kind, to know what those leaders needed. Here's another way to think about this skill set and learn how to value it. We're told to think a lot about the factors that show up on our resumes, like where we went to school. Good job, you've got that one down. What we studied, again, check. What professional associations organizations we're associated with. But a smart employer, one who's looking to build the kind of workplace that's worth going to every day and where people make a difference, is also looking for things that don't show up on your resume. Emotional intelligence, ability to read a room, wisdom, values, things that you've been learning here at the McCourt School. So the one thing I most want you to hear from me, from the vantage point of more than 30 years in public service, is that we will all be so much better off if our policymakers, you, have the tools to put people at the center of their work. And I know that you have those tools because you're graduating from this place. The more the people trying to solve our public problems are people who understand them from the inside, who are applying both skill and values, the more effectively we'll be able to solve those problems. Also, as you take your next steps to help make our world a better place, please find ways to take care of yourselves and to watch out for each other. I know it sounds like a thing your graduation speaker is supposed to say, but I really believe that you really actually are the leaders that the world needs right now. So look for ways to nurture the people around you, to be a supportive friend and colleague, the person in the room or on screen that tries to listen as much as she speaks, who makes the space to ask questions like, hey, how are you doing today, before we start this work we're going to do together, and gives people room to be having a bad day, especially during these challenging times. And please remember that sometimes the leader who needs nurturing is you. Don't forget about that. You're ready for this. The McCourt School prepared you, and Lord knows we need you right now. Thank you, class of 2022, for letting me be part of your day, and congratulations.
Thank you so much, Cecilia Munoz, for your tireless public service, your inspiring remarks, and for showing us and showing me always that leadership is a combination of policy analysis and values and kindness. Before we begin the presentation of the candidates for their degree, I would like to recognize the contributions made by our faculty and staff, my colleagues here at the McCourt School. As students, each one of you has studied with, been challenged by, and sought the counsel from many of our full and part-time faculty members and staff. I therefore ask you as graduates to join me in expressing appreciation for your teachers and administrators. It is a great privilege to introduce my distinguished colleagues, the faculty of the McCourt School of Public Policy who are seated behind me, and the McCourt School staff who are in the audience assisting with today's ceremony. We are now prepared to present candidates for their degrees. I ask Alexander Sens, Dean of the Graduate School, to come forward and present the candidates for their degrees in course. Please hold your applause until all graduates have been recognized.
The graduates will now come forward to receive their diplomas. Professor Barbara Shoney, Faculty Director of the Master of Public Policy Program, will read the names of MPP graduates. Professor Lynn Ross will call the Master of Policy Management graduates as Director of that program. Frank Wiebe, Faculty Director of the Master of International Development Policy Degree Program, will announce the names of students graduating with an MIDP. Professor Jerry Gingrich, Faculty Director of the Executive Master of Policy Leadership Program, will announce the names of the EMPL students, and Professor Thomas DeLear, Associate Dean for Faculty, will read the names of Data Science for Public Policy graduates. The faculty directors will also hood the graduates.
As Faculty Director of the Master of Public Policy Degree Program, I am proud to call forth the following graduates. Drew Christopher Ahern. Shaila Alam. Takuya Amagai. Joellen Ambrose. Brianna Simone Anderson. Elena Banyera. Jess Belladonna. Sean Manu Bengali. David Benko. Chase Bergerson. Abigail Rose Blum. Maximilian Ariane Brossi. Rana J. Chand. Anren Chen. Lindsay Bowles. Amanda Corrado. Kieran Hyde Correa. Elena Gio. Lauren Elizabeth Frasconi. Cole Thomas Gessner. Alexander J. Gibson. Andrew J. Nazo. Ian Edward Goldsmith. Lynn Elizabeth Groft. Jiaoqing Gu. Casey Marie Hall. Ellen Hamlet. Tae-Sik Han. Julia M. Hegarty. Emma Kell Heiken. Toby Howe. Caroline Ann Johnson. Farah Kada. Lois Kimmel. Nathan Thomas Griya. Vidur Krishna. Denise Kulakoglu. Nathan Laddo. Shihan Lee. Mackenzie Loy. Leah Lumawig. Victoria Vivian Ma. Weijia Ma. Gunjan Maheshwari. Mackenzie Maxim. Zachariah Mikas. Paroma Mitra. Karine Leah Monet. Kyungjun Moon. Declan T. Murphy. Cecilia Narrett. Alexandra Lee Otterman. Megan E. O'Leary. Vinaisha Das Pamani. Sydney Louise Parr. David Paul. Sarah Michaela Pavey. Emily Catherine Pellis. Matt Pershey. Bria Nicole Pullen. Nitya Ramanathan. Priyadarshini Ramaraj Alagaraj. Zineb Rabua. Daniel Sagrera. Salome Salya. Felicity Sanchez. Morgan Sasser. Christopher Patrick Smith. Elizabeth Wales Smith. Pacharanan Srikarn. Christine E. Steigelman. Chris Daniel Urs. Catherine Brooks Vaughn. Andrew Brian Walker. Eric Washington. Elijah Clay Wenzel. Jacob Witten. Adam Wilson. Rachel Wilson.
Oh, thank you.
Jinli Wu. Xiyue Yang. Shilin Yao. Xiangti Ye. Abdul Halim Zaza. Weya Zhang. Zixin Zhao. Christina Zeitel.
I don't care if it's used. It's a lot of congratulations to say.
As faculty director of the Master of Policy Management degree program, I am proud to call forth the following graduates. Do you have the cards? Some of them what? Olayinka Fomilola. Oh, Folabi, sorry. Sorry, Olayinka. Yasmin Albazaz. Al-Jawhera Al-Kayaweed. Jana Alexis Alston. Katie Elward. Nicholas Alexander Azzolini. Andrea Barceos. Stephanie Abigail Barreto Lastra.
Congratulations.
Alice Khan Dow. Megan Biles. Nicole Bryant. Cristel Caballero Saucedo. Arnesh Chowdhury. Jordan Colleen Clark. Weston George Clark. Mihi Ko. Giselle Cordero. Charles Brian Darty. Alexander Delgado. Nick DiMichelle. Giovanna Angela Espejo. Anne Elizabeth Feldman. Michelle Lauren Filiator. Emmeline Giles. Shivani Goyal. Daniela Ashley Greenman. Jordan Mackenzie Grover. Tomas Eduardo Guarnezo Felicio. Douglas Paul Hamburger. Mark Robert Himes. Laura Black Holt. Shu Huang. Paula Hordado. Tyler Ray Johnson. Thomas Keelan. Eric Kitay. Liam Kozane. Edward Marti Kring. Jeffrey Lee. Shariza Marie Lundy. Connie Lowe. Brian Maroking. Jordan Ellis Miller. Noor Izad Mir. Daryl Andrew Muller. Am I going too fast? Braden James Murphy. Rachel Naduka Murphy. Gustavo Nino Fernieles. Ijoma Mukaje. Sorry. Patrick Francis O'Connor. Kelly Ann Pilka. Devin Melissa Nicole Paramus. Malcolm Reed. Austin Marlin Ritzman. Sarah Killeen Sabaro. Kirk Shoemaker. Kenneth Brian Searing Jr. Birat Tapu. Frank Tidwell. Skylar P. Van Buren. Esmeralda Isabel Vasquez Gonzalez. Mari Verulushvili. Sorry. I practiced that so many times. Benjamin Marcos Vincencio Zamora. Luz Marie Villar. Taylor Love Washington. Anthony Williams Jr. Lisa Ting Wright. Shooting Su. I gotta go for it again. Thank you.
And also for 300 diplomas. We're a good team. You did this last time.
No, okay.
Really?
Yes. So,
That's how it already. Yes. Do I wait for them to come? Okay. As faculty director of the Master of International What? Okay. As faculty director of the Master of International Development Policy program, I am proud to call forth the following graduates. Maria del Carmen Baron Esper. Pedro Casus Alustrist. Kevin William Conklin. Hope Marie Cutchins. Neha Dagoinkar. James Gavin Hawkins. Sanchi Kunal Lukande. Soraya Masood. Atsuhiro Oguri. Alia Shaiful Bahari. Chi Shui. Let me also note Claire Danes is not able to join us, but has successfully completed her program and is an important member of our community as well.
Favorite person. Let's see, do I read anything? No, I read the yellow. And where are the names? They're on their cards. Will I need my glasses? Or are they already large print? That's what I thought. Oh, I'm probably talking right into the mic. All righty, you tell me when we're ready. We ready? All right. As faculty director of the Executive Master of Policy Leadership degree program, I am proud to call forth the following graduates. Roy Alejandro Barreras. Dr. Amanda Elizabeth Ferguson. Tevin Allen Flores. Deidre Young Yakus. Margaret Megan Jones. Catherine Landfeld. Leonard Yu. I thought more of them were coming today. It's okay. Too many, well, there are about 4. All right, so I'll go back over there and put some more.
Congratulations.
As Associate Dean for Faculty, I am proud to call forth the following graduates from the Data Science for Public Policy program. Yosef Ahmed Abdel Fattah. Alexander Joshua Adams. Sahidi Nandani Adari. Mary Kokeb Kibebu Delay. Mary Chrislet Cachero Bunyi. Vince Kaasi Igala. Lexi Gu. Zishuan Hao. Justine Yaki Huyn. Madeline Kennard. Gloria Lee. Shou Wen. Matthew Ring. Miriam Khalid Shah. Harshani Thamareddy. Carmen Wong. Ruyi Yang. Charlie Zhang. Ella Zhang.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Are we done?
Dean Sens, President DeGioia, it is my honor to present the aforementioned candidates for their degrees. Will the candidates please rise? President DeGioia, these candidates have been duly examined by the faculty, approved by the Board of Directors. I therefore ask that you bestow upon them the degrees in course.
By virtue of the authority vested in me by the Congress of the United States and by the Board of Directors of Georgetown University, I officially confer upon the aforementioned candidates the degrees of Master of Public Policy, Master of Policy Management, Master of International Development Policy, Executive Master of Policy Leadership, and Master of Science in Data Science for Public Policy. Congratulations.
You may be seated. Before I bid the graduates what I hope is only a temporary goodbye from the hilltop, I would like to recognize a second time the parents, relatives, and friends of the graduates who have provided our students with such valuable support. We honor and thank you for your contributions to our students' success. Graduates, please join me in offering our heartfelt thanks to your family and friends. And now it is my privilege to present the President of Georgetown University, Dr. John J. DeGioia, to offer closing remarks.
Well, thank you very much, Dean Kanchun. We're deeply grateful to you for your leadership of our McCourt School of Public Policy. And on behalf of our community, I wish to express our gratitude to Cecilia Munoz for making this very special day that much more special by sharing her perspective and insights with us. Thank you again. To our graduates, to our families, to each member of our community here this evening, we are honored by your presence, and I want to thank you for being here for this very special occasion. It's a great honor for me to be here and to share this moment, this celebration of the class of 2022. To the colleagues, friends, mentors, families, all of the loved ones who join us, we're deeply grateful to each of you for your support of these graduates. Thank you also to the extraordinary faculty who are here today, those seated behind me, for your deep care and commitment to teaching and mentorship, to research and scholarship, to supporting a vibrant and diverse community. To our staff, I want to thank you for your many contributions every day that have made this day possible. And it's always an honor to share this moment with Frank McCourt. We can never express enough our appreciation to you for all that you've made possible. And And finally, to our graduates, the class of 2022, today is your day. Congratulations. Congratulations on all of your hard work, your service, your achievements, the challenges you have overcome. Everything that you have done at Georgetown has brought you to this moment. And it is a great privilege for all of us to be with you at this very special time. So much has been asked of you over these past few years. This moment has required the very best in each of us and the very best of all of us. Your class will be remembered for the responsibility that you accepted for one another and for all those around you, those across our communities. You honored this responsibility, animated by the deepest values that animate your life, the deepest values that shape our community here. You brought out the best in one another. In the tradition that animates our Georgetown community, we believe that when we seek the best in one another, we just might find the very best in ourselves. Today we celebrate this milestone, a culmination of your academic journey. This is a personal achievement. This is a collective achievement. Together, you have explored deeply what it means to contribute to the common good. You have reflected upon the many ways in which our nation and our world are interconnected. And you have learned how public policy can serve as a tool to strengthen those connections. Throughout the pandemic, many have sought sources of wisdom, of insight. One of the sources we can draw from is Stoicism, one of the traditions in ancient Greek philosophy. There are resources within Stoicism that have a profound resonance for the work in which all of you have been engaged, providing us with a way of understanding what it means to be a citizen of the world. For the Stoics, we are all connected by a series of concentric circles, by family, by location, by nationality, by identity. Each circle we draw extends outward, further connecting us to those around us until we are connected to all of humanity. A contemporary interpreter of Stoicism, our colleague Martha Nussbaum, describes this perspective in this way, and I quote, "Our task as citizens of the world will be to draw the circles somehow toward the center, to make all human beings part of our community of dialogue and concern, to base our political deliberations on that interlocking commonality, and give the circle that defines our humanity a special attention and respect." Close quote. Well, this is a resource of incalculable value to the work of public policy, the work in which all of you are engaged. It calls us to recognize and understand the many different identities and experiences present in the communities we serve, to seek to include and support the widest possible circle, and to base our political deliberation on that interlocking community. The past 2 years have shown us the profound nature of our interconnectedness, all of the ways in which we are tied to each other. When we encompass the largest circle in our vision for the future, it is then that we can truly advance the common good. When you arrived here, you embarked on a journey to join in that work, one that now continues beyond this place and beyond this moment. Today, you take with you not only the knowledge that you have learned, but also the values that have shaped your lives here, the character that you have forged. All of you are prepared to bring your talents, your knowledge, your compassion, your empathy, your kindness, your imagination in service to our world. And as you depart on this day of celebration and accomplishment, we are all so deeply grateful for the contributions that you have made to this community, to the ways that you have strengthened it. We look forward to the ways that your leadership and service will now contribute in ever deeper ways to the common good of our global community. It is a privilege for us to be here with all of you to recognize this important milestone in your lives and the beginning of the next step on your journeys. Now with this commencement, you embark on another special time in your lives. This is your time, and we are honored to share this moment with you. Congratulations to the class of 2022.
Thank you all for joining us here today, and congratulations once more to our graduates. We wish you well in all of your endeavors, and we welcome you as members of the Georgetown and McCourt alumni family. Please stand for the alma mater, which will be led by members of the Georgetown University Concert Choir and Chamber Singers. The words to the alma mater are located at the back of the commencement program. Please remain standing while the Reverend Wallace offers the benediction.
I love your smiles. I would say well-earned smiles. So look at you. You're America's public policy future. Look at you. So with all these hopes and dreams and emotions and thanksgivings and visions for the future, which we have heard from our speaker and so many of you, let us now end this glorious ceremony with a final prayer. We call it a benediction that sends us out. A prayer to the God who is personal to many of us, but with many names in our different traditions, and to those with no religious affiliation to whatever higher power we believe calls us to things beyond ourselves. So, dear God, we pray that you would hover over us now, above us, around us, and between us, as we give you great thanks for this special day, and with such special gratitude for the families and friends that have helped make this day possible. Now I pray that you would continue to hover over these students as they go out into the world. Because their degrees are in public policy, may you continue to remind these students of the moral formation they have learned here, underneath all the great skills they have acquired here. And may that spiritual foundation remind their hearts and minds that for us at this school, the purpose of public policy is to serve the common good, period. The only purpose, and that all other private interests and selfish uses of public policy should always be suspect to them. And in a policy world where the interests of the wealthy, powerful, and connected are usually put ahead of the well-being of the poor, vulnerable, and marginal, who are often neglected or just ignored, May these students always ask themselves how they can reverse that. Let the great moral reversal of public policy take place in their hearts and minds and in the places where they serve because of the education and formation they learned here. Help these students to believe they can do more than manage the systems of the world, but they can also change them. So we pray for them to be successful in their careers with the skills, talents, and assets they have gained here, but to also go beyond their careers to their vocations, which will engage their hearts, their souls, their gifts, and their callings. I pray that each one of them would find their vocation at the intersection of their gifts and callings and the crying needs of the world. Help them to tell the truth, to seek the truth, to stand up for the truth, so that our most dangerous ideologies of hate, fear, and violence based on lies can be exposed and confronted, remembering the gospel teaching that only the truth can set us free, all of which we have just been so painfully reminded of again in Buffalo. May these students who we're sending out today in a world that sorely needs them always remember the heart and soul of this school and always keep it close. Keep it close. Help them to trust their moral compass more than the dictates of the market, economic or political. Help them to trust themselves and who they are becoming, literally as servants of the common good. The meaning of the word blessing is favor and protection. So we pray that you would bless them, keep them, and may your face shine always upon them as they seek to bless the world with all that each of them are and what they believe. Can I get an amen? Amen and amen. Thank you all.
Will the guests please remain standing at their places until the faculty and graduates have recessed? You are all invited to join us for a reception in Dahlgren Quadrangle. The ushers will assist you in directing you to the reception. The 2022 McCourt School of Public Policy commencement exercises are now officially closed.
I could have stopped you.